Alright, here we are then. Oh, Scorpio Rising, Death in Vegas, on XFM 104.9, about 1:05 Saturday. Here we are again then. Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Carl Pilkington. I can't believe our luck. Oh, alright Carl?
Alright.
Yeah, so what are we doing today then? Producer.
Right,
well, I'm sorry, I always laugh instinctively when I hear Carl's name and that word associated.
Right, well, why is that? Because it is, I had to come up with some new features again for this new year.
Okay. I'm excited.
What have you come up with?
We are the backbone of this show, Carl.
Yeah, we'll tell you we've come up with some pretty... What's yours first?
Right.
Go on.
Right, well, Rockbusters.
That's old, that's not a new feature.
Yeah, but we'll keep it.
Right.
So you're just keeping an old feature?
Okay. No, it's an old favourite. I'm sure there's a lot of people that are going, phew, I was worried that he'd lose Rockbusters.
Rick, I've just come up with a new idea. Why don't we just play some records that we like? There's a new idea for 2003.
Yeah. Oh, you know what we can't, Steve? Because the library's out of order.
Oh yeah, the record library, we can't get in there. We're not allowed to get in there.
We had to scrounge something from Capital Gold.
So anyway, right,
go on.
So we got Rockbusters.
What are they doing with the library? Are they getting some records in that we want to play? Is that their new idea? I know, let's get some records in
yeah,
they
they're thinning out the Gina G.
Yeah. Four non-blondes, goodbye. Give that to Foxy. Go on, sorry Carl.
We'll do, we started Do We Need 'Em in 2002.
Do We Need 'Em?
Do We Need 'Em, yeah.
We'll continue that.
Got a new one, haven't you?
Explain that later.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then the new stuff comes in.
Ooh.
Right. As always, I like to sort of get words and tweak 'em and stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I was thinking of either doing something with, there's a lot of weird rituals, isn't there?
A lot of weird rituals?
Yeah, there's weird stuff going on around the world.
Okay.
There is, yeah.
And I was going to tweak that to rituals.
Okay. Right.
Again, starting with the title, the pun first, then working out what it is.
And I found some weird stuff.
Oh right, so it's specifically...
Just stuff that goes on, like...
rituals.
There was,
most of the weird stuff I've heard about happened to you in Manchester in your early years.
Well, in India, apparently it's good to have a flat head. So the,
Again, just flirting, just bordering on the racist, but never really gets there, always...
Well, no, because there's no intent.
There's no hate, it's just clumsy, it's just stupidity.
Yeah. Exactly.
Go on, what do you mean?
What do you mean? It's good to have a flat head.
What do you mean it's good to have a flat head in India?
We'll talk about it later.
Brilliant.
That's rituals. So
you've hooked a few people, you've hooked a few in, go on.
Alright, so I'll have that later.
So it's essentially like Educating Ricky, only it's specifically about rituals. Is that strictly speaking what it is? Okay.
I suppose so, but then again you could say radio is all the same because it's people talking.
Okay, Carl, brilliant. Brilliant comeback.
Yeah, brilliant comeback. Not all talking nonsense though.
Well.
So that's where we're different, go on.
Also, right, I like teaching you stuff.
Yeah. And you've done well.
So what I'm thinking is, rather than just touching on a topic, sort of giving you a few bits of information on one topic.
See, this is what I'd like to do, because the last thing you taught me, I remember, was there was a blind girl, she hit her head and she could see, and that's all I got.
Yeah.
So if you could go into that a little bit more, that would have been educating me.
Well, today we're featuring stuff on World War 1 and 2, right?
Oh.
So that's that little title for all this little thing is, what do you think of that then?
What do you think of that then?
Play a record.
So Rick, can I just thought of a joke?
Go on.
What's the similarity between Lord of the Rings and this show? They're both rubbish.
Watch That Man, David Bowie off Aladdin Sane, my favourite David Bowie album. What's yours, Carl?
Yeah, that one's good.
Brilliant. So, right, we've got, Rockbusters coming up. Do you want to say what we've got to give away there, Steve?
Not really, Rick.
Is it really bad?
Well...
What's the film? What's the featured film?
The featured film's not bad, I have to say, actually. You've excelled yourself there. Again, it's just one of those things where I think, what kind of XFM listener would want this particular goodie bag? I know before Christmas, Carl, you explained that the reason we were giving away...
Look at Carl's face, he's disgusted, because he just said, I do a lot of work to get these prizes, and I went, no you didn't. I saw you, he went over to a drawer and went, I'll give that one, and that one. That's what work you put in. You nicked some... There's about 12 Jerry Halliwell videos, one of which we're giving away. It's
sort of like... you've given it away?
Oh, no!
Yeah, if you'd like Jerry Halliwell's Body Yoga DVD... then that's one of the treats you can win. But it does if you notice, if you remember before Christmas, he said that he was giving away a kind of bumper pack of gifts that you might want to wrap up and give to various people.
Uncle,
one for Uncle, one for Auntie. But obviously Christmas has passed, so I don't know really what your excuse is this time.
You eat a lot over Christmas, don't you? Get a bit fat.
Fair point.
Yeah.
So Jerry Body Yoga is one of them. The recent on DVD, the recent series of Wiedersehen Pet. Yeah. Well, that reaction. Could you give me that reaction again?
Well, no, just
give me that reaction again.
No,
yeah, brilliant. And actually, I have to say, this isn't bad at all. This is the very best of the Stone Roses CD.
Well, you can't knock that. You can't knock that.
In fact, I'll tell you what, we should play Elephant Stone at some point.
Yeah,
today,
we'll have that. Go
on. Madness. I think this is actually tunes from them and not from the musical, although it is tied into the musical.
He went to see that musical.
Really?
Yeah, on New Year's. It's like on New Year's Day. There's nothing to do.
Sure.
So you go and see some people doing Madness songs.
No, I took Suzanne out for a walk. Right.
Yeah.
Went round Covent Garden.
Right.
Past the place where it was on.
The stage door was open. You snuck in.
Well, I said Madness are all right, and because when you think about it, Madness songs are quite sort of musical anyway, aren't they? So you can't.
They're quite musical.
Do you know what I mean? They sort
He
of.
means they're like a musical,
like a musical.
Knees Up Mother Brown.
I thought it was all right. Enjoyed it.
So Blur the musical would be good, wouldn't it?
Blur the musical would be excellent.
Yeah.
So what, you bought tickets there and then and just went in?
No.
They're not selling, are they?
It was fairly quiet because we only paid the lower price and we got upgraded for free.
Nice.
So
you enjoyed it, though, did you?
I'd loved it.
And would anyone like to come on stage with us?
Yeah.
The little bald fella. Yeah, go on, I'll give it a go.
And what home are you from?
Where are you? What are you doing tomorrow? Well, I'm going. No, you're coming here tomorrow. Come here tomorrow.
Is it not doing well? That's a disappointment.
I don't know. I mean, it was New Year's Day, so maybe that's why it was quiet.
Okay, well, if anyone hasn't seen this or didn't receive it for
as
Christmas,
Bono said, all is quiet on New Year's Day, Carl.
Yeah.
Also, we've got to give away Minority Report by
I like that.
Steven
I enjoyed
Spielberg
that.
with Tom Cruise, which is on VHS.
It's a good rip-roaring sort of film.
It's not bad. That's probably the best thing we're giving away. But as I say, we can always leave some out if you don't.
I'm arresting you for the future murder of Sarah Marks.
Brilliant. That's the sort of excitement and drama you'll be getting in it.
It's not brand new.
Little taster there.
I got that off Paul Anderson. He said here's something to watch over Christmas.
So you've actually watched this already?
Yeah.
All right.
I've rewound it.
That's probably added to it, though, isn't it? It's touched by the great man himself, Carl Pilkington.
And it's all right, I'd say. It's worth a watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to give us a quick film review?
Just give it a wipe down. There may be some tripe on it.
Bit unrealistic.
Sure.
Bit unrealistic.
Yeah.
Genius.
A man who finds people who can see into the future.
Whereas our house, that really happened.
Yeah.
God.
Anyway, prizes giving away. What's the competition? It's Rockbusters.
We're doing Rockbusters.
We're still doing Rockbusters. Oh, we'll look forward to that.
Do that in like 15 minutes.
I need a bit of Coldplay first. I do, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Come up to meet you, tell you I'm sorry, you don't know how love.
Coldplay, The Scientist. I think they wrote that about Carl.
Yes.
On XFM 104.9. Right, I'm Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Carl Pilkington.
Can I just ask Carl how he got on over Christmas? Because the last time I spoke to him, you hadn't bought a present for your girlfriend. Yeah. I have to say, I was on tenterhooks all Christmas.
Well, you changed it. After that show, I felt bad, even though I shouldn't have done, because...
because you hadn't bought your girlfriend a Christmas present?
Yeah, but I said to you, I booked a table at a hotel in Covent Garden, had Christmas dinner there, which was nice, right? It's good food and everything.
Didn't feel like enough to me.
Well, then I went out and treated some stuff, and then...
No. A couple of days before Christmas, he went, I took Suzanne to that hotel we're going to go to for Christmas dinner. We had tea and cakes. And I went, oh, you treated her? He went, no, she paid for it, but I was just showing her what it was going to be like. That was her extra treat. She paid for it. I love that.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Well, it was it was like 150 quid for a meal for two, which is pretty dear. So I'm not going to buy her cakes as well.
I love that! Alright, love, have anything you want. You pay for your own pudding, I'm not mental.
Yeah.
So
you treated her to some other stuff?
Some bits and bobs.
What, so she chose them and you paid for them?
What, the presents?
Yeah.
No, you chose them and she paid for them, but, you know, it's the thought that counts.
I got them on the way home that Saturday.
Well done.
And what did you buy?
Shops. Well, just some bits.
Might be personal, Steve.
Well, I don't care.
Just some bits.
Yeah,
just bits and pieces.
Leave out the personal bits. What bits?
Just little things. And then yesterday, right?
A monkey wrench and a new washer for the shower.
Yeah. Some recordable CDs that you need for your job.
Oh,
So,
dear.
now, when you gave those presents to her, did her face light up?
Right. I don't want to tell you what they were, right, but she wasn't that impressed.
You're going to tell us what they were
Got
now,
to tell
Carl.
us what they are.
You even know what they are, she told you, on Christmas Day.
Hold on, wait a minute.
But it doesn't matter what they are.
It does matter what
No,
they
it
are.
doesn't, it
It
doesn't
does,
matter.
Carl, it's you, mate. Of
No,
course
it doesn't
matters.
matter.
Oh, God!
Have you just remembered?
Yeah!
Right, but there's no need.
I've got to tell him, Carl. I really want your permission because I don't want to be I know it's not, but we know it's not that embarrassing. It's really quite sweet.
Yeah, but in a way, right, the way I look at it is, right, Christmas, even when I was a little kid, right, is not...
Please let me tell him, Carl.
Well, let me just tell you first, though.
Oh.
Let me tell you why I didn't go all out on the old present front.
All right. Justify yourself.
Right?
Oh,
First
God.
of all, I've covered it up since then anyway, right, with that present, because I bought some shoes yesterday, and she did say, I'll give you the money for them, but when I get home, I said, it's all right. I said, you can have them, right? So not only did I buy her some food on Christmas Day, I got her shoes. She's probably had a
And then you
total...
treat you like a horse.
Yeah.
It's not like, yeah, there you go, there's your shoes, there's your food, right, bed
Yeah.
down, see you later.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is
I
she's
have
done...
fed and clothed
Yeah,
her.
did you comb her hair?
She's done well this year, right?
Oh.
So, the thing
She's
is...
done well this year. It's like you're a single parent living on a council estate with a smack problem, and you still managed to buy them some
Right.
Lego.
When
Can
I
I-
was a kid, right,
Oh,
it
God.
wasn't about what you got. I remember one year when I was about 8, right?
Oh, this is going to make me cry, isn't it, this?
No, it's not. I'm just
Go on.
saying the way it is, right? I woke up at about 4 in the morning, and I was like, oh, what forgot? And I couldn't sleep. I was that on edge. It's the excitement of Christmas, isn't it? It's like, oh, what's wrapped up? I need to know.
Yeah.
And it's the fact that people are saying, no, you won't know until tomorrow.
Yes.
That annoys you and winds you up.
Okay.
So I got up at 4 in the morning,
Yeah.
opened my presents, and then went, right, I know now, went back to bed, had a great sleep.
Yes.
Right? So it's nothing to do with the excitement of what you get, it's the excitement of not knowing what you've got.
And then what happened when you got up to go down with the
So what
presents?
you're, but hang on. So what you're saying to me is that you could wrap up a brick because the thrill of Christmas is in hoping and being excited about what it is, not the actual gift itself.
Yeah.
Is that what you did?
That's-
Rick, did you get a brick?
No, let me tell him now what he got. He got her a present, right? And she said, she came. I said, yeah, he got me. It was an industrial-sized packet of condoms.
It was a joke gift.
No,
No, it wasn't a joke gift.
It wasn't even a joke.
I went home that Saturday after here, past Boots, thought, might have something in here. They were on, like, some value.
Right, you passed the
Were they
makeup.
used?
You
Right, but
passed
anyway.
the makeup. You passed all the other.
Past the
Feminine
makeup,
stuff.
past the lovely vanity cases.
Yeah.
the foot spas.
Exactly,
Yeah,
the bathroom
Oh,
products.
hold on. How much are these, love, for 100?
Yeah.
$4.99. Yeah.
Do I get them reduced if I buy in bulk?
So how many did you buy? What was it?
I don't know, probably about 100.
Right, okay.
And is she allowed to use those with anyone?
Did you wrap them?
Can she
Yeah,
just go out
yeah,
and have a
yeah,
wild
yeah.
time
Well, you don't
with
need
them?
to. They're already wrapped, aren't they? Oh. And then what did you say
So,
when she opened them?
I
No,
just-
wait, Carl, what did you say?
Right, play a record and we'll come back to this. Oh, you're worse than my father, that's genius. Made famous, of course, by Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
That's All Along the Watchtower, as originally done by Mr. Bob Dylan.
On XFM 104.9.
So, Carl, just take us through the moment where you gave this gift.
So
Firstly,
you
were you
went
excited?
into Boots, right? You thought, alright, 100 condoms. Brilliant. Okay. Did you wrap it
I
up?
don't know if it was 100, probably 80.
Right, okay. Yeah.
Right?
You don't want to
So,
go mad, do you?
Wrap them up.
I'm just resting easy knowing that he's not trying to breed.
Right? No.
Yeah.
So, I got her them. I got her Grease on DVD, because she's
Okay.
always watching that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So just think of when her mum said, what did Carl get you? Some condoms and grease.
I was going to say, I'm glad he said on DVD.
And, she was surprised anyway, right? Because
Yeah, I bet she was.
no, when she got
she was thinking like jewellery.
no,
So
right?
that showed her. That surprised you, hasn't it? All right.
So hang on, wait a
You
minute.
thought it was a holiday, didn't you? Yeah, look at your face!
You don't know me at all. So hang on. So did you give these on Christmas Day?
Right, what happened is, she got in front of me, right, and I said, look under the tree.
Knackered. Oh,
Right.
at least it's Christmas.
Yeah.
At least I'm going to get a little bit. Yeah,
I said, look, you got some stuff under the tree, right? So,
Did you give her a sugar lump?
Right, she was really chuffed with that. But she said, she was a bit puzzled because I didn't know we had any wrapping paper, right, so I ended up using wallpaper.
You didn't take it off the wall, though. You had some...
No, it was some left over, right? So she said, why have you used wallpaper? I said, well, I didn't have any paper and you were getting in a bit and I wanted you to have a surprise. So she said, can I have a feel of them? I said, no.
Presents.
She thought, right, I've got the right thing.
Yeah.
Right.
And then Christmas Day, I said, no, don't get carried away. It's nothing really good. You know, we said we weren't going to buy each other much. So there you go, open them.
Yeah, go on.
And
Can I just ask, had you received your present from her yet?
yeah.
So what had you received?
What did he have? Had some shoes,
Nice.
right? Getaway game for PlayStation.
Nice.
which is
I'm
alright.
just totting up
Just
the
part
value
of the value
of
of
this.
those,
Go on, yeah.
And
Right.
just also think about how much fun and pleasure you get from them.
Yeah.
Although, of course, condoms, I can see the
Well,
see the appeal.
Well, okay, yeah. So
yeah,
I think
but
I can...
also add to that bit 150 quid for a meal. If you're going to start
Minus.
totting up, 150 quid for a meal. I bought her some shoes, 72 quid.
Yeah, that was after the event, though.
Doesn't matter.
All right, so you'd received these, dare I say it, thoughtful and nice gifts. You handed over the box of condoms. They were wrapped up. She
Well,
unwrapped them.
yeah.
Go on, take us through it. Walk
Well,
us through it.
Well, it's not something you play with on Christmas morning.
Oh, God. Oh.
But
Right.
But when she opened
What
them,
did she
what did her
say? What did
face
she say?
well, I wrapped them twice as well, so she thought it was something really good. It was
Extra
like,
protection.
do? Right.
oh. And
So she thought it was something really good.
and then
So the disappointment would be doubled.
Yeah, go on, yeah.
then she just opened it and went, oh yeah, so what's on the telly? And that
Cool,
was that. That was
ungrateful.
that.
What an ungrateful woman that is.
Well,
Fancy
she got
not,
stuff.
fancy not wanting
I told her.
a box of economy condoms from Boots.
I said to her about the thing about, it's all about the surprise and that, innit?
Yeah.
You explained that to her.
Yeah,
What, after she'd unwrapped it?
yeah.
Thoughtful.
And she was alright about it.
Yeah. She understood.
Rick, you know I suggested to him that he buy his girlfriend a gift. I'm worried I've done more damage to the relationship by suggesting that than if he had just forgotten.
Next time you've got to go shopping for her yourself, Steve.
I think I might do.
You've better go shopping for her yourself.
I'm glad it's all over though. It's mental.
Yeah,
It annoys me. The whole thing annoys me, and she knows that as well.
yeah.
She should know. What, she still insists on having Christmas once a year.
Well,
Well, I'm
no, but well, anyway, what did you get?
I can't think what you bring to the relationship, Carl. I don't know what it is she's getting from you in this relationship. It's like she's
I
doing
think
all
we
the
know.
work. Well, yeah.
80 times. Oh God, Carl! I love it. You're brilliant. I know what she's getting. He's the.
What though? He's not thoughtful.
No, but he's thoughtful. It's the best he can do with the brain he's got. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
He's doing his best.
Mm.
He's absolutely doing his best. There's no.
He's working at the limits of his powers.
Do you know what I mean? Though he's done as well as he can with what he was given.
Sure.
Yeah,
I
and that's admirable.
Yeah.
It's like I think he's done better than you'd expect. I bet his teachers didn't even think he'd get this far. Do you know what I mean?
What? Find a girl.
No, well, yeah, a job, a girl.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Clothe himself. He's done really well. What do you think, Carl? You think you've done well?
I think I've done alright compared to some of my mates.
What are they doing now?
Probably not that much. Do you know what I mean? Mrs. Matthews said I wouldn't be an high flyer. I think I'm doing alright.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I have a holiday every year. Got somewhere to live and that.
Yeah. Got a new flat, haven't you?
Yeah, so...
So where are they then? The condoms? Are they? Did she show them to her family and friends?
No,
Take them into work. Look what
I'm
Carl got me.
surprised she told Ricky, actually. I was a bit disappointed in that.
Yeah.
Because I didn't go shouting around.
Well, she was
what
so
I got.
excited, Carl. Clearly, she was just so pleased and proud.
All right. Play a record. We come back to it.
No, that's it now.
A new day, another morning after. Leaning back on my chair in a greasy spoon. No. Oh, no, that's it.
Streets. Don't mug yourself. XFM 104.9. Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Carl Pilkington. A regular Santa Claus.
I'll leave it now, I'll leave it.
Oh dear. So Rockbusters.
Rockbusters, first one of the year.
you want to explain it? In case we've got
just
some
in
new
case some
listeners.
new listeners.
Might have, you never know.
Chance to win some stuff. I give you like a cryptic clue and some initials, and it sort of makes up a band. So an easy one that we did at the start was an exploding pet, AK, atomic kitten.
Yeah.
Right, that's how it works. So there's 3 of them. It's email only. You email in ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk, and you win all that stuff Steve was talking about. Right, first one, £42 for a torch. £42 for a torch, that's a bit pricey. That's D. Right?
That's D.
Yeah,
So
right.
just give us it. Give
Write
us it
that
again.
down. So £42 for a torch, that's a bit pricey, isn't it? Right.
A little bit of enhancement.
Yeah.
Digging up his growth. Oh,
Okay,
God.
that's
So
D.
that's D. The second one, he'll fit some chocolate to your feet.
Say that again.
He'll fit some chocolate to your feet.
Is that he will fit some chocolate to your feet? He'll.
Yeah.
He'll fit some chocolate to your feet.
And the initial there is A.
That's A.
Yeah. And
fit some chocolate to your
the third and final one, do you think your kid will get that strawberry for me?
Do you
Right.
think? Say it again.
Do you think your kid will get that strawberry for me? That's WP.
Right, now, I'd better warn people. You really got to get into the mindset of Carl here. These are not real cryptic clues. These are not cryptic clues that you do in the Guardian or the Times crossword. There's usually something wrong with them. It is usually, what's the word? Completely change the word in order to make it fit.
Yes.
Often.
Yeah.
So just be careful. Don't be surprised.
Exactly.
Okay.
Do you want to give us them again very quickly?
All right. First one, 42 quid for a torch. That's a bit pricey, isn't it? All right, that's D. Second one, he'll fit some chocolate to your feet.
Can't think of any. I can't think.
That's A.
And do you think your kid will get that strawberry for me? WP. Right. So
Ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. Some great prizes to be won.
Yeah.
Richard Ashcroft, Science of Silence. Steve, if there was a record of the week, that would be a record of the week.
You're a big fan, I know.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Let's make it record of the week.
Yeah, that's record of the week. Richard Ashcroft.
Excellent.
Science of Silence.
Brilliant.
No one gives us anything anyway. These pluggers, they come in. We get things like homemade bands that they've pressed it in their garage.
Yeah.
You can hear their mum in the background going, "What are you doing?"
Exactly.
Mum! We're recording this for XFM!
Yeah.
104.9, Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Carl Pilkington. Carl, what have you got for
I
us?
was just thinking, the irony is, we're the only people on this station, I think, who play their own records, aren't we?
I know.
There's loads of people who do.
Rubbish.
John Kennedy plays what he wants.
He's on in the
Yeah, but
middle of
he's
the night.
on, he's on
Zoe
3
plays
o'clock
what
in the
she
morning,
wants.
no
Everyone
one's up.
plays. Zoe, on Drive, she plays some stuff.
What do you mean, what does she play?
Fatboy
Whatever she
Slim,
wants to
probably.
play.
Here's another remix.
You know.
I won't say who it's by.
Christian plays some of his own.
Does he?
Yeah, so...
Yeah, but they're probably novelty songs, aren't they, by you?
Right, listen, right, yeah, New Year and all that.
He's great, isn't he?
Rockbusters is on the way, we're getting some good stuff coming in.
I have to say, I'm amazed. Every answer I've had so far has been correct. I listen to the clues, I've got no idea. And I know you, Carl, I spend time with you,
Have
I
you
know how you
seen the
work.
XFM listeners? Well, of course they're the same as Carl.
Sure.
Of course they've got the same mindset.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Right.
So what did you do for New Year, instantly?
Well, I cocked it up a bit. Right.
You're joking.
Go on,
You're
here we
joking.
go.
You're joking, mate. Go on.
I went and booked a
You
table.
got the wrong day.
No, right? Booked a table at a restaurant that was shut. Right?
What?
I booked a table at a restaurant, and the one that I called, it wasn't the one. The call had been diverted. So Suzanne said, call them up and see what they're serving, right? Because I forgot to do that when I booked the table, right?
That's great, anyway.
Because the thing is, right, it's a restaurant in Covent Garden, but they've got one in Victoria. But when they answered and they said, no, Victoria, I thought that was the person who was answering the phone. Do you know how some people say the name?
Right.
Right? So then when I called them up and said, what
You thought he sounded a bit funny?
Right? So...
I'm confused, Carl, but probably not more.
Well, no,
no more than you would have been on
okay,
the
it was
on the
a
day.
branch of a.
All right,
he
all right,
doesn't,
anyway,
he doesn't
you-
want to give the restaurant away, so he phoned it up. There's one in Covent Garden. They answered the
So
phone.
it's not, the restaurant's not called No.
No, they said no, Victoria.
Why can't we name the restaurant?
I don't know why.
Are we
It's not
scared-
libelous.
Are we scared that, like, are you scared people are going to sort of see you in there because it's your regular haunt?
No, it's just that, you know, you got to pay for stuff, haven't you?
Right.
I mean, it's...
Okay, anyway, so you've
I
got...
wouldn't mention it before New Year, but it's not...
So
in
did
our
you go
favour
all the
now,
way
is
to
it?
the restaurant to find out that it was closed?
No. What happened is I called
Was that the
them
name of the restaurant again?
Right, the restaurant's called Christopher's. They've got one in Covent Garden, they've got one in Victoria. He
Right.
phoned up, he wanted to book, it's a lovely restaurant, I've been there often, I recommend it to him. He phones up, says, can I have a table for he said, no problem, sir. Right? And then, so Dan said, oh, you better call up, see if they've got any haddock on the, menu. And he went, hello, and they went, hello, Christopher's. Victoria went, Victoria? They went, yeah, he went, oh no. That's it, innit?
So then I just said, no, forget it. I'm not going all the way over there. So I cancelled it, right? So then I called up Suzanne and said, look, I've made an error. The place we were going to is shut.
Was she
so,
surprised again, or?
So we're not going. So she said, oh, try some other places. And I did. They were all booked up, right? I was fed up anyway. I hate New Year. It's always like this, isn't it? So I said, look.
You know the common factor in all these stories? You hate Christmas, you hate birthdays, you hate New Year. It is you.
Right?
Yeah.
So I said, I'll sort something out.
Yeah.
So I went to Tesco.
Leave it with me. Went to Tesco's, boots were shut. Got a lovely plate of condoms.
Did you just stay in and play with her Christmas gifts?
Blowing them up. They're all
Stay
I've
in.
done, I've done some balloons.
Well, it was. We did stay in. And I watched that thing that, 100 Greatest Moments, which was annoying me. Did you see, there was a nudist on it? You know how I feel about them.
Yeah.
Right? Did you see him?
Man with two knobs.
There was a man with two knobs on it, and a nudist who, just like wanders about the house.
But it said, and when he visits people, I was thinking, who lets him visit? I go,
Exactly, yeah.
But he must go there with trousers on and go, hello, lovely to see you. Can I just pop all these off? Well, not really, no.
And I tell you what annoyed me the most, they had a white sofa. If you were a nudist, you'd get a darker one. Right? So anyway, right, so we ended up watching that. That annoyed me. And then I was tired by about 11, and I said, oh, let's go to bed. And she said, you can't. And that annoys me, the fact that, because it's New Year, you got to stay up, and it's like, well, why? Can't we just... They should bring it forward, so in case you want
to quarter to 10.
Well, you stay up, and it's like my eyes were dead heavy, and I was like, oh, I want to go to sleep. So just stay up, and then it's midnight, and you go Happy New Year, then you go to bed.
Yeah.
Well, not everyone, Carl. Some people have a little party.
So
it's over with anyway.
Yeah.
So, are you 86 years old?
86 on my nerves.
Do you ever enjoy... You never seem to have any fun, Carl. This is what disappoints, this is what worries me. I feel like you're going to die
You're here,
young,
you're here, Carl, with us two. We've got three, as I was just saying to Steve, three of the greatest comedy minds ever in one room, and Steve pointed out, since the goodies.
True.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
It should be Party Central.
Yeah.
So anyway, right, so this is when I spent time thinking of new ideas.
Right.
So that's when I came up with, what did I come up with?
Yeah.
This is about, it's good to have a flathead in India.
And just run us past
Just
that
run, yeah.
It's good to have a flathead in India.
Is that it?
Well, what they do is they put wood round your head and sort of clamp it, and the flatter head you've got, apparently the more attractive in some part of India, I can't remember. So that's a ritual.
So I don't know where to start with this.
No.
Well, leave it. We'll be doing that. Well, we've done it. That's
So that was
for
the
this
first
week.
one, was it?
That's not for this week!
Right. We've also got Do We Need 'Em, which we carried on from last year,
Okay,
which
we'll
is
look forward
finding
to
out, what animals we need in the world, which ones we can get rid of. I'm talking to experts and that, finding that out. We're doing Rockbusters, that's underway, we're getting emails in. And, what do you think of that then?
What do you think of that then, of course?
I love this, that he treats this show like it's a checklist for what he's got to pack for holiday.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? He just goes, sun cream, yeah. It's all like, it's done. Look at his face.
No, but I try and come up with stuff that people will remember and go, that's interesting, I'll tell my mates that in the pub. Another one I'm thinking of doing, do you know the film Around the World in 80 Days?
Ooh.
Around the World in 80 Gervais. And what I do, I give you, like, little things, like little bits of information about countries, so that if you go, you'd go like, oh, I don't want to go there.
That's a terrible thing to say, and I apologise. I can't think of the PC word for it. But I think Carl is slightly retarded.
Yes. I was just thinking the same, yeah. Yeah. Is there something we can do about that? Is there...
Just play a record. Just keep the...
Could we get ourselves registered as a charity?
I think so.
Badly Drawn Boy, Born Again.
On XFM. 104.9.
I was just looking to see if that's a new single. It looks like it probably is, Rick, if that's of interest to you.
It's a new one.
Yeah. There we are.
So, well, first of our regular features with Carl, we've got Rockbusters. That's rolling. There's people coming in. They're getting them right. I don't understand it myself.
As ever, Rick, you'll be amazed and confounded.
So I don't know the answer, and I haven't looked at the answers. I just like that moment. It's like when you go down Christmas and you're excited about a present, and it's like some condoms. You know what I mean? Well, I love that.
Yeah, that moment.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's going to top that next year.
I don't know how he's going to top that. All I can think of is some corn plasters. Right.
It's all right, love. The batteries are included.
Got you a pumice stone. Right, now, do we need them?
Do we need them? It's something we started a few weeks ago. We're always talking about animals and insects and that. And it's like, you know, if you took an animal out of the world, would we have problems? Right?
Would it make any difference?
Yeah, would it make any difference?
We did jellyfish last time, didn't we?
Yeah.
We sorted that out.
The woman said we've got to keep them.
We do need them, because turtles eat them.
Yeah. So, I've moved on. Octopus.
Do we need the octopus?
Yeah.
Let's find out.
I'm working through a load of animals, right, that and finding out whether we need them or not, right?
Right.
Because, like, jellyfish, to me, I'm a bit puzzled by them. I don't really know why we need jellyfish, and I spoke to some expert.
Turtles eat them.
What?
Turtles eat them.
Yeah, I know, but do we need turtles? Do you know what I mean? It goes on and on, doesn't
We
it?
need humans.
Well, you know, I mean, I might get to that bit, but
Yeah.
I need to sort out the animals first. I've got a lot on. So, the thing is, I've left the jellyfish. We know we need them, right? So, octopus.
Yeah.
Right, I know they're pretty brainy.
Incredibly brainy.
A story that I heard, I don't know if it's true, but there was some science lab somewhere, right,
Yeah.
where they had some octopus in it, and they had some crabs,
Yeah.
and at night, the octopus was, like, getting a bit bored on its own in the dark and that, and they sort of come alive in the dark, don't they?
Yeah.
They like the dark.
Yeah.
And the octopus had its eye on the crabs, and at night, when it's dark, it was getting out of its little cage, crawling along the floor, getting in the crab's cage, getting them out and eating them.
I don't doubt it. We put jam jars with the lids on with crabs in, and they'll open the jam jar and...
You're joking?
Yeah.
Even I sometimes struggle with them.
Yeah, you don't do it... you don't do it really, really tight, but...
Oh, right, so they're not that clever then?
Well, they would, if they were strong enough, they'd open it, but they're just not that strong.
Oh, that's mad. Right, I also know that if they get hungry, they eat their own legs.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They're deaf.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
Yeah,
I mean, they don't live very long.
They can squash themselves into small jugs.
Oh, yeah, they can go in a demi-john through the narrow neck and that.
Why do they need to do that?
Because they're the sort of crevices and holes that they're hunting for crabs and things through.
So, would they be better if they were smaller? Do you know what I mean?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah. But octopus then, if Noah said to you, you know, we're having a clear out,
Yeah.
we've got too many animals to look after and that in the sea, taking up too much room,
Right.
do we need them?
I think there's other less useful things in the sea than octopus. Limpets, they could go.
Limpets?
Yeah, they just sit on a rock and do nothing for 50 years.
But they're not getting in the way then, how big are they?
Well, not very big.
Yeah, you see, I might come round to them, but I never think, oh, you know, I'm sick of seeing these limpets. Whereas octopus, you know, crawling about, opening jam jars and that.
You'd never see them though, they're really rare.
Well,
We get 2 or 3 caught a year, it's quite amazing.
do we need them?
Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah.
Well, we'll just have to keep them then.
I love that Carl can confuse a scientist.
Yeah. Yeah, because all systems of logic break down.
I know,
Everything they've ever
even the
learned.
scientist was going, well, get rid of limpets.
Yeah, yeah.
That
Now,
is
who
brilliant.
was that guy?
I think his name was Chris,
And where was he from?
in a place called Megavissi, where I went one year.
Megavissi.
And he's a scientist, is he?
I think he's got a fish shop or something like that.
He's got a fish shop.
No, he doesn't.
Well,
really-
like an aquarium type place.
Oh, right.
So
A fish shop.
It wouldn't
Fish and chip shop.
It wouldn't put it past him that he, a Winkle store. He's got a Winkle store at Poole Harbour.
Yeah, that's an expert.
Oh dear.
but, what have you learnt from that then?
Well, that we don't know whether they're deaf or not because the scientist, the bloke in the chip shop, couldn't confirm it. They eat their own legs. Think of
That's
that.
a bit weird.
Isn't it?
They
That's
eat their
weird.
own legs.
They eat their own legs if they get hungry.
Right.
And they grow back, don't they?
I think so. Yeah.
If you eat one, they'll grow back.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can put them in little jars and that. If you wanted to.
Yeah.
It's just a bit weird, isn't it? It's like no, but do you know, like, you know, people have a go about being cruel to animals and that. But what he was saying there is, right, what they've watched an octopus do, they've got hold of a crab, right? So that'll be being stressed out because it's out of the water.
Yeah.
They've then stressed it out even more by putting it in a jar,
Right.
which he didn't like.
Which he did.
And then an octopus is crawling about on the jar,
Yeah.
and the crab knows that the octopus wants to eat it, right?
Yeah.
So then it's having more frets
Yeah.
because of that, and then they let the octopus eat it.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty.
Do we need crabs?
Do them next week, yeah.
Well, I want to sort out snails first.
Right.
Okay.
What's your pitch with snails? What do you know about snails?
I know that bats eat them. They can sleep for 13 years.
Right.
Oh, he told me.
Can you believe that?
He said to me, snails can sleep for 13 years. And I went, right. He went, oh, thing is though, if it was a scientist, and he was, you know, he was looking at it, and he put it in a quiet place, it might well doze off. He said it wouldn't be the same if it lived on the streets. And then we went on to a whole thing about